Hello. This is some of the lesson 4 problems. In particular, problem 4 on linear intersection. So, I've decided to make a couple of videos covering this. Now, one of the problems was, we switch over here, what is the intersection point of minus 2x plus 5 and slope negative 4 through 3 comma 5. So let's switch back to the graphing calculator there. It's not the best way. Okay, so whenever doing something like minus 2x plus 5, we always start by graphing at the y-intercept, 5. Now it's a negative 2 slope because of the minus 2x. So when we go over 1, we'll go down 2. Over 1, down 2. Now we don't know where the intersection is, so I have to put them all in. So I'll put all the points down that fit on the graph right now. Oops, that's not the right point, but this is. And when I go left 1, I go up 2 because that's positive 2 over negative 1 is also a negative 2 slope. So those are all the points, and if I did this right, the line goes through all of them. That's how you graph negative 2x plus 5. Now the other point is slope negative 4 through 3 comma 5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use brown for this color, and I start with the point mentioned, 3 comma 5 right here. So that gives me another point. So its slope, what was the slope again? Slope negative 4. Okay, so if I go left 1, I'd go up 4 to 2, 9. Now that's not going to get me anything. It's going away from where I'm trying to go. So I'll go right 1, down 4, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, to 4, 1, over 1, down 4, to 1, 2, 3, 4, to 5, negative 3, and over 1, down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this will hit right where I want to. That's the point of intersection of 6, negative 7. That's where they both meet. If I did in black to indicate. And there'd be another point. Oops, there it goes. Come on. Go back. There it is. Now, the main point here being, but there's no room for that anyway. And so, on this one, I don't know what the formula is. I don't need it graphically. Okay, all I really need to do here is copy that into my notes. You can see a nice little display of the points. And thank you, Microsoft OneNote. And I'm going to put the graph down here. So, at this point, give me a second to grab my stylus. Through the line. Through everything. So, now I have my stylus, and I can draw the line as soon as the thing gives me the drawing thing. Where's a nice brown line? That looks close enough. Okay, so I draw a brown. Sometimes it's a little bulky. Come on, give me that. Alright, got itself a little lost there. I got it again. Give me the brown line. Brown line. There it goes. And so right over here is my answer of 6 comma minus 7. Thus there's an x and a y always in my answer whenever we do an intersection problem. Now, the next step, okay, is to solve this algebraically. So if we want to do it algebraically, okay, now we need to find the formulas. The first one we're given, negative 2x plus 5. So the only formula we really need is the line through 3 comma 5 with slope negative 4. And we already know the slope, so all we need is the intersection. So we're going to use y equals slope times x plus intercept, and y is 5. We have minus 4. The x is 3. And the intercept is what we want to find out. And we'll add 12 to both sides. And we'll get that 17 is the intercept. So our formula for our brown line will be y equals negative 4x plus 17. So we have negative 2x plus 5, that's our line, equals negative 4x plus 17. So the idea is each of these formulas takes the same x, and if it's an intersection point, well, it should give us equal y's. So that's what we're finding, the x that gives us equal y's when plugged into both formulas. So let's start by adding 4x to both sides together, so that all the x's on one side. And we'll get 2x plus 5 equals 17. Now let's subtract 5 from both sides. And that'll give us 2x equals 12. We divide both sides by 2. And we get x by itself equals 6. The whole point doing all this algebra is to get x by itself. That doesn't always work algebraically, but it works a lot. Now that we got x by itself, we're not done. We need y. But we have formulas. Each of these formulas is supposed to take x and give us y. So if I take negative 2 times 6 plus 5, gives me negative 7. And that tells me my point is 6, negative 7. Now a quick check is the other formula should give me the same thing. Negative 4 times 6 plus 17 also gives me negative 7, so it checks. And that is how you solve lesson 4, problem 4, algebraically and graphically.